It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the focus is on Patrick Queen. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Chiefs and the Vikings, and it's coming up next.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in the first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out, a 2-year starter at Ohio State, and 2nd overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 58 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Stroud looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I hope we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Check, Panther. Roll. Bronco switch.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Hey, alert.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. back at the 26-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Let's go.
Pass complete there to Nakua. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Puka Nakua, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And they'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL, a 4th-year pro out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 3 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Kincaid was drafted as a tight end. Many thought he was the best in his class. But plays like that remind you his position should really just read pass catcher. He's someone who gets it done lined up off the tackle or out wide.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw here, Herbert. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Herbert now. It's caught. Mitchell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's Herbert. That is caught. Kincaid with it. He takes it inside the 40. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Herbert. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. Again, Herbert. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Here's Herbert. And incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jahan Dotson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The return man, Wilson. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out is their quarterback with his offense to take over once more. He hasn't had a ball touch the ground yet. 8 of 8 throwing it. Perfect so far, including the touchdown on the last drive, you remember, as they begin 1st and 10 here. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Stroud now on 2nd down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Getting to him for the loss there, that's Kalijah Cansey.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is Smith with a grab. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this complete to Mitchell. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air again, Herbert. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously, no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in there.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Deshaun Watson, terrific in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England. As we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Mac Jones, terrific in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown catch in the victory. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
First down, Justin Herbert. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Herbert on first down now. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Herbert back to the air. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Patterson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Herbert operating from the red zone. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I maybe. Let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Mitchell. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple.
Hey, go.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Deron Payne coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Let's go now. Steady.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Herbert following the... Justin Herbert looking to pass. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Paris Campbell. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now it's Wilson, the return man, Wilson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. first down. Here's Stroud. A short throw to Ingram. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And quickly they get to the line. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Stroud to throw it. Here's a screen for Robinson. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The throwing again is Stroud. He finds his man complete. That's Hudson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Throwing now is Stroud. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now Stroud. And that's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. McCann's kick up and good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage,
It's week 6 of the National Football League, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North. It's the Vikings and the Bears, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the second-year arm from the University of Kansas State. Got a couple of starts as a rookie, including one in the playoff. They go play action here on first down. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Thompson. Same connection. Dulcich once again. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 67 yards.
There were some signs of life from the ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Thompson on 1st and 10. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 43, here's 2nd and a yard. That's complete to Traylon Burks. Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Eckler, they run left side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now Thompson. All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But just an excellent play there by the defense to not only pick it but take it back, because Charles looked like they were in a groove passing the football, several completions until that mistake.
They certainly did appear to be locked in, and with how this offense was moving along, I know we certainly didn't expect to see a pick to end this series. Whatever the cause was, maybe they tipped one of those scripted plays, maybe the defender just made a great read. It has certainly quickly changed the tone of this one.
Tucker McCann now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Coming right back after the pick six, Thompson. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
You look at this defense for the Vikings. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver can't...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And there he goes left side. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. McCann now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. Well, now how about this return? And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Chicago offense set to get started. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Running on first down, Eckler. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Now 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are... And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Stroud looking to throw.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Bijan Robinson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And it's now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler.
They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter.
1st down. Here's Thompson.
That is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Shotgun on 3rd down. Here's Thompson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now.
Unlock Lion! Unlock Lion! Cougar 19! Ready!
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
A give left side to Robinson.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Ready, break! Jack Panther! Roll, roll, roll!
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Stroud. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now here's Stroud, throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hudson, and he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Play action. Stroud now. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Kenny Clark in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And Stroud now to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that's off the mark. Incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. A short throw to Ingram. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Stroud working out of the gun. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd down and 4. Stroud to throw it. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Final play of the half, Stroud. And it's caught. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. McCann's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and it's the Buccaneers who are out in front. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Next, we'll stay in the NFC South as we head to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. 3 touchdown passes there for Jordan Love. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Derrick Henry, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. It was the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter.
Ready? Bronco switch. Brock, rig it. Shot alert. Trap alert.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the Bears' 42-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Set up.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Ball start, offense.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Ready.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be second and 13.
Brings up second and 13.
Stroud off the play fake. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have opened the lead up to 30. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Play action here. Thompson. A.A.T.S bringing it in on the crossing route here.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
At the 42-yard line.
Now it's Thompson.
He's got Thomas yet again complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
Off play action. Thompson.
There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
On second down, Eckler. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Thompson now from the gun.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Jalen Phillips
able to record his 5th sack of the season. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Thompson, desperation time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Play action. Here's Stroud.
And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd down and 6 now.
Shot alert, hey, check that.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Alert!
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
McCann's kick up and good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Onto the field now come the Bears. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Thompson on 1st and 10. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Thompson. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Thompson throw complete there to Thomas. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Thompson now. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against this defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this #1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Thompson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Pick 6, and now the kick is away. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Thompson's throw is on target to Burks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here's Thompson.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Thompson going to throw again on second down.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Sticking with Thompson here.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Elijah Cansey
Brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Come on, set.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Delay of game, offense.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a
Still
hurry.
first down.
The officials did as well.
Ready? Reload. Check. No. Unlock line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Check. Panthers. Roll. Bronco switch. Bring it.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. And they'll be led out by an exciting athlete. 4th overall pick of the draft out of Florida, Anthony Richardson.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions. Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Stroud on 3rd down now. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 21 carries, 84 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And while all of is going on with a sack. It appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 13 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Stroud.
Buying time to his left. The 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Let's go now.
Hand off now to Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Check. No.
And Stroud now to throw.
Sets up the screen to Robinson.
He's got room to roam.
And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Stroud.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. The first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal.
Now Stroud.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
McCann's kick is good. So the long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet. But we are at 500, and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Mills from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Play fake, Mills.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jalen Phillips able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yard.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's a backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Taken right around the 44. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Well, this throw caught left side. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A first down throw for Mills.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mills now. The pass is caught by A.A.T.S.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Mills to throw it. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hudson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That's caught. Puka Nacua.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Taking a shot for Samuel.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
My Jay Sanders.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. Traylon Burks, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Rashad White, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Damian Pierce, a touchdown run in the victory. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough. And things should open up as we move along.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Mills. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Stroud working out of the gun. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Now Mills.
He's got a man here. It's Montgomery.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
First down, Mills. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On second down, Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Mills. Now there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Mills. Finding Otten once more.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. David Montgomery, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's Stroud. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Stroud. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. They'll try the middle with Montgomery.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mills. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Mills throw complete to Otten. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Mills. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Stroud looking to throw. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Hey, alert, smash.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Completes it again to Dobbs. Touchdown! Romeo Dobbs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And he returns this to the 22. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now Mills on the bootleg. And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Mills now.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Elijah Cancel, his second sack of the night. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Shoves him away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down 13-10, 2:21 the time left. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now Stroud.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Stroud to throw it. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up.
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So decision time now because the field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So now it's the Vikings' turn, trailing by 6, under a minute 20 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Stroud.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Stroud.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
This one came right down to the wire. And CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Niners, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.